Hello, my loves, and welcome back to Can't Stop Talking podcast. I just ran up the stairs. I was tanning outside. It's finally a sunny day in California, but of course, I had the inspired action to jump in my bed. I love creating podcasts from my bed and riff about this topic because I'm obsessed with it, and that is being a match for money no matter what. This has been a theme in my life lately, especially through traveling. And I want to talk about that you are a match for money, whether you're traveling, whether you are posting days a week, whether you are working on your business from 9 to 5, or you're working on your business for 2 hours, right? You are a vibrational match for money when you decide you are, when you become a vibrational match for money, right? How do we become a vibrational match for money? If I were to give you $2,000 right now, what would that feel like? Can you feel the feelings in your body? Close your eyes with me for 10 seconds. I'm handing you $2,000 today. Can you feel the feelings of what that feels like? Abundance, happiness, success. Feel these feelings deeply. And I want you to open your eyes. That is how you become a vibrational match for money. We overcomplicate it so much. But what I'm seeing is that we put conditions on how money needs to come in every single day. And I actually got inspired to do this because this just happened to me. I was just in New York for a week, and I usually have the belief that when I'm traveling, I make more money. And I created that belief because I decided that I wanted to travel the world, right? I have a trip planned to the coastline next weekend. I'm going to Ibiza in the beginning of July in the south of France. And I have created my belief system to work for me that when I travel, I actually make more money, right? And so it was really weird because while I was in New York, this feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm not at my desk. I'm not at home. I'm not working. You know, this picture came up of in my head of like, you can't make money. That's what what my limiting beliefs were saying, my ego. It was saying you can't make money unless you're sitting at your desk typing away for hours a day, right? And it was really weird because I haven't, dealt with a limiting belief like this in a while. And that's why at any level, there's always a new devil, and you have to constantly do this type of work. But that belief came up and it was running my mind for a while until I really realized it. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm having so much anxiety while I'm here in New York because I feel like my business cannot grow while I'm here. And I spotted the limiting belief. The limiting belief was that I decided that I need to be at home working at my desk for my business to be growing. I was putting a condition on how money needs to come in instead of deciding that I get to make money because I get to make money, that I'm a vibrational match for money because I am, that I get to travel and make money, right? Instead of deciding how I wanted money to work for me. So what I did is I spot the limiting belief. I asked myself, why is this ultimately not true? Right? This is ultimately not true because at the end of the day, when I am traveling and I'm documenting myself traveling and my audience sees that, I am embodying the life that they want to live, right? That's how I disproved it. But you can disprove it however. I could just decide that that's just how it is. When I travel, I make more money. Like that's just my birthright. That money loves when I travel, that I'm a vibrational match when I travel, that's how things go for me, that I get to make money regardless of the situation. But how I rationalized it is when I travel, my audience sees me traveling and I am living the life that they want. And so once I switched that limiting belief, the craziest stuff happened, right? I actually did a free masterclass with someone who I've been wanting to meet offline forever, Dev. She's amazing. And so I went to her apartment. We put on a free masterclass. We ate cheese and drink out of wine glasses, and we just made a free masterclass, sold it, and ended up getting clients in. And then when I looked at my Stripe account, every single day that I was traveling, I had a reoccurring income come in. By the end of the trip, I re-looked at my finances and I had made $5,000 that week alone while I was traveling. And so all this is to say is that you are putting conditions on how you think money needs to come in. And when you decide to get rid of those conditions and you decide how money gets to come in, everything changes for you. I was just talking to my client. She's currently moving and she's feeling stressed about money. And I'm like, why don't you decide that because you're moving into a bigger house, that your audience is going to be shocked and they're going to love the fact that you're moving and creating your dream life and they're going to want to pay you more, right? Why don't you decide, create these beliefs? When you travel, you 10x your income, right? The more you travel, the more money you make. And then obviously add the actions to back it up, right? And so one inspired action that I did is I did a free masterclass with one of my friends in New York. Another inspired action that I do before my trips is I batch my content, right? I go on my stories and I just show them my lifestyle. It doesn't take long. It takes about 30 minutes a day when I'm traveling to work. But those are the inspired actions that I take while I'm working in order to have a path for clients to come in. But the other thing is that I decide that no matter where I am, no matter where I'm going, no matter what I'm doing, I am a vibrational match for money because I am. Money loves me. Money follows me. Money goes on trips with me. Money wants to be with me. So, where in your life are you deciding because you're doing this? Maybe because you're traveling 3 times this month, June's not going to be a good month. Instead, flip it. June, be delusional. June's going to be the most amazing month I've ever had in my business because I'm living out my dreams. And everyone's watching me do that, and everyone wants to sign up with me. This is going to be amazing for my business. Right? Where are you deciding that because you didn't post X number of times a week that you can't get a client? My client came to me the other week and she was like, Sam, I had a girl sign up for one-on-one coaching and another 2 women sign up for another program of hers that she has not talked about. And why is this? She said she was digging into her mindset and her affirmations. And so she realized that she doesn't have to be, constantly showing up and talking about that thing every day for people to be watching and sign on. Someone had told her that they wanted to work with her in the future and they were just saving up money and they ended up finally reaching back out. Those 2 other girls, they must have seen her post a while ago and decided it was the right time for them. When you energetically attract in money, your job isn't the how, right? Your job is to just become a match for it and get rid of the conditions that you're putting on it for how it gets to come. You can have fun with this. You can decide that every time you drink coffee, you make money, right? I have a limiting belief. All my clients in my audience know that I literally 80% of the time I get on a flight, I have an open seat next to me. I swear to God, out of the last 4 times I've gotten on a flight, only 1 time did I not have a seat next to me. So I guess you could say that's 75%, but probably it's been like 6 flights in the last total, and there's probably only been 2 times. I'm not kidding. This time on my way back, I literally not only had a seat open next to me, but I also had the emergency exit seat. So here's the thing, you get to have fun with your beliefs. How do you want things to go for you? Have fun, right? I decide one of my other beliefs is every time I go out, all my drinks are paid for. You can have so much freaking fun with this, right? Every time I get my nails done, money comes in. Every Friday, I get a new client. Decide what you want to happen in your life and decide that no matter what, no matter the circumstances, right? For example, maybe your internet's down. That's okay. People are still asking to buy from me. People are still buying passively from me. Obviously, set the things up in your business. You have to do the practical things and run a business, but then you get to decide how the business works for you. You get to decide what happens. And then the other part of this is ask for help, right? Whenever you can't see how to get rid of this limiting belief, you can call on the universe. Universe, I like to do this before I'm going to bed. I'm like, can you take this off my plate? Help me see things differently. Help me to change this limiting belief. Help me to rewire this. Help me to bring in a new belief that suits me better. Call on the universe, angels, God, whatever you call it, right? You don't have to do this alone. Decide. Here's the other thing. Another question. How can I let it be easy? How can I make money in the easiest way? How can I make money in the funnest way? And then get freaking delusional. Why is it so easy for me to make money? I love why affirmations. Why do I get to make money while I sleep? Why am I constantly making money? Why am I so good at this? Why am I the best coach in the world? Why is being an entrepreneur the easiest thing ever? Why do I have so much free time? Why am I able to scale my business and work less? Decide how you want things to go for you. Look at all the limiting beliefs that society has put on us. You have to work harder. Money doesn't grow on trees. Running a business isn't easy. You have to wear all the hats. You're constantly have to putting out fires. Not for you. Money is so freaking easy. I get everything I want. Running a business comes naturally to me. Money just loves me. Running a business is the easiest thing that has ever happened for me. Making money is so easy. Scaling my business is even easier. Like, this is insane. I'm a magnet for all my desires. And when you change your beliefs about how things go for you, everything around that changes. It has to. The universe will find a way. I always say building my business was honestly the easiest thing that I've ever done, and I wish I did it sooner. And that doesn't mean that I didn't take action. I take a buttload of action, right? But it's all easy action. And why? Because I rewired my brain to believe like I can take the easiest amount of action and it will work for me. What happens too is that our brains are believe that it needs to be hard to get results. And so because our brain believes it needs to get something needs to be hard to get results, you're going to look for the hardest way to do something. If you were and you able to, which you are, rewire your brain to believe that the easiest way of doing something gets you the best results, then that's what would happen. I talk about this all the time. When something's easier, it's actually easier to be consistent, and consistency is what gets results. And so I want you to ask yourself, what's the easiest way to make money today? If it was easy, what would happen? What would it look like if money literally loved me today? And then I want you to anchor that in. Have so much freaking fun with this. I swear to God, this episode is going to change your life. And decide how you want everything to go. If you're feeling stressed about anything, if you're feeling stressed you have to take off work, if you're feeling stressed you have to travel, if you're feeling stressed that you're not getting to this thing, decide that because of that, you're going to make money. The stress, the anxiety, it's all going to go away. And the money is going to be a vibrational match for you. I love you so much. Try this out. I hope you liked this episode. And I really, truly love you. I have 2 spots open, I think, for one-on-one coaching. I have my signature course, Dream Business Accelerator. It's the exact steps I use to get to 10K months. I'm adding in calls with this, so you are getting support and accountability. Message me if you want to be in that. And I also have my membership, which I'm just obsessed with. It's only $25 a month. Right now we're talking about manifesting sales. Next month we're going to be talking about selling strategy. So get in there. Message me if you like this episode. I love hearing from you guys. And I just love you. Go make money being exactly you.